Fight.
I've been training since May 1st. I was getting ready for Elite MMA Championship in Germany, July 3rd for the world title, which I would advocate on my page. So I'm getting ready for the fight. May is about June 15th. I'm about a week and a half out before my fight. I get hit up by Jake's Paul team. BJ Flores, his head trainer, said, "Hey, how would you like the opportunity of coming training with Jake for helping him get ready for his fight?" I'm like, "Cool, let's do it." So they fly me out to Puerto Rico, and I was like, "Hey, this is a great opportunity." I wasn't sure what the UN nation was going to let me in or not, so I ended up canceling that fight. I told them ahead of time, like, "Hey, I have a fight August 1st. I just want you guys to know that I might not be here for that long." They said, "Okay, cool." So I'm training with Jake for 2 weeks. Third week's coming in. My manager hit me up and say, "Hey, your opponent, Jim Ehlers, has backed out the fight." I'm like, "Yo, like, what's going on?" Like, at this point, I was just getting fed up. I canceled the fight. So I let them know, like, hey, the day I let them know, the day before I was supposed to let them know, like, hey, I'm not fighting Cage Warriors, Jake and his team was like, "Hey, congratulations." I'm like, "What's going on?" "Jake wants you to stay for the whole camp. He wants you to stay the whole camp. You're doing good."
Is that just from the last time you went to spar with him? You guys kind of kept in touch and he thought to bring you down? Like, tell me how that came together with him getting in touch with you and telling you to come down and train with him. Because that's a pretty big honor to get to work with him for this mega fight.
Well, me and Jake, I came in there with bad blood the very first time, talking smack, because, I was like, "Hey, I want to try to secure
I
a fight."
remember, yeah.
He's a money grab. I came down there. We got in that work together. Of course, we had our little indifference, social media, a little bicker and batter. He said some things, I said some things. It's all squashed now. He called me in, BJ and him called me in because I have a similar style like Tyron Woodley. Awkward. What's going on, brother? Awkward. We're both awkward. We're strong. We have a similar build together. So that was one of the reasons why he called me in. Now, BJ and Jake and this whole team, they could have brought anybody in and around the world, but they chose to bring me in.
Yeah, which speaks volumes to you and your skill set.
Exactly, because they could have brought in world-class boxers for sparring and training, but they decided to bring me in.
Let's kick it off, jab, cross to the beat, beating you MMA, heat is the main course of the feast. Lynch on sports, the force, he's got his ears to the streets. Uppercutting with knowledge, shaking the brain with breakdowns of the game with that original flow. Head kicks with the pros, picks up the fights or anything in the mix.